Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Ought to be a good one here between the Washington Nationals and the New York Yankees. It's Interleague Baseball on MLB Network.
Muy buenas a todos, aquí seguimos en MLB 19, los Yankees contra los Nationals.
Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Luis Severino's really turned himself into an all-around pitcher. Came out of the bullpen early in his career for the Yankees. Big fastball, 96 to 100 miles an hour. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better. And one of the things he does better than anybody in the league right now, maintains his velocity. He'll be 96, 97 in the first, 96, 97 in the seventh or eighth. Power arm, one of the best all-around arms in the game.
A little chilly, but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. 1-2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. 1-2 now to Adam Eaton.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Here's another 1-2. And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Waved out and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order, and now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Steven Strasburg gets the ball for Washington in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
A bouncer to the left side. Rendon charging in on it, and quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what...
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer on a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
He's set, and the pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. looking for the punch out and the offering. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Torres brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side that they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here. They'll go the short way to Kendrick at second, and that'll be that. The Yanks leave 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Juan Soto to the plate now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The left fielder, Juan Soto.
First pitch of the at-bat. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Juan Soto, dannato.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
So striding forward now, Howie Kendrick. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And this is strike 3 called. Make it 5 straight punch outs. 2 away now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
And he takes ball 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Fouled off. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Está la cosa jodida.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Giancarlo Stanton.
First delivery to him on the way. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Robles is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And the spotlight is going to shine down today for me on Victor Robles. This guy, we've been hearing his name, one of the elite prospects in baseball for multiple years. And now he's getting a chance to put it all on display for the world to see. One of the slickest defenders in the game can go gap to gap with ease.
On first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away.
Batting 7. Not shortstop.
Here's Didi Gregorius. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, he's 0 for 8. First pitch on its way. And it's fouled away. Bottom of the second here with no score. Pulled toward right center field. Robles is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. In is Gerardo Parra. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Slider laid off for a ball.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Kurt Suzuki, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Into the box, Kurt Suzuki. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance. With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
On the ground to second for Torres. He's got it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding forward now is the DH, Edwin Encarnacion, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting 9th, the third baseman.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. First offering on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Comes set, and the 0-1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Two-strike pitch from Strasburg. A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And he puts it on the ground to second. A bare hand for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Yanks. Matt Vasgersian back with Mark Carrozza and Dan Plesac, and starting out the inning, the exciting speedster Trey Turner. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Nope.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first out.
The right fielder.
In now is Adam Eaton. First pitch coming. Here it is. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. And he popped him up. Urshela in foul ground, but this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And it's 1-2.
The count is 1-2.
Severino.
The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. No one can make a play, and the first Nationals hit is going to be extra bases. He is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings. But now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Stepping into the box, Aaron Judge.
For the Yankees.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for another base hit. They'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
And Judge is off and running. He swings and misses. Throw down. He is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, man, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
The 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Torres. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Soft liner towards short, and that'll be the second out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Fair to say. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, Heidi, thank you. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, and no one will track it down.
Solo tengo lento, tío. Solo tengo lento en el equipo.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Zimmerman swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Rolled slowly to first. And he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Halfway home, still no score.
Con la bola. Hostia, tío, esto está jodido, ¿no?
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. He's set. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Back up the middle. Gloved by Kendrick. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home fifth.
Lo ronda prácticamente de un minuto.
In now, Didi Gregorius. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good downward action there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Here's another 0-2. And another foul ball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The next 0-2. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Strasburg is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. So stepping in, Kurt Suzuki. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The catcher, number 28, Kurt.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Rounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Popped up. Urshela has a play. Makes the play, one away.
Up next for the Nationals, the center fielder, Victor.
Settling in now, Victor Robles. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Urshela is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 7.
Ready once again, Trey Turner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Still no score. Edwin Encarnacion now comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
The designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
First delivery to him on the way. And right into the shift. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Gio.
At the plate, Gio Urshela. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Rendon down at third. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
No tienen ni ganas, tío. Es que están, no entiendo, tío. No sé.
The batter,
2 away now in the Yankees 6th. And that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. From the stretch. This pitch is popped up, but this will land untouched. A 1 pitch on its way. Hit in the air out to center field. Robles waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. We are still scoreless.
Vaya, madre mía.
Digging in, Adam Eaton. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound.
Now pitching,
and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Won't get a decision in this one, but except for a few mistakes, he pitched pretty well here this evening. Paxton's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And that's the second out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Off-speed pitch, just missed inside.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike two. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Scorched to third. Well, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, Aaron.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
Into the box now, Torres. He grounds it sharply to third.
No,
the tag gets 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Next for the Yankees.
Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Robles waits on it. And the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. Still no score. Here's Howie Kendrick, the head-to-head with James Paxton. He's got 5 base hits in 17 at-bats. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
And he falls behind 0-2. Paxton steps into his windup. Here it is on 0-2. Hit back up the middle. Gregorius is there. Throw is is not in time, and a great job of legging that out as now the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning. And as I thought might be the case based on how close that play was, they're requesting a chance to review the replay and decide whether or not to challenge the safe call.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. LeMahieu is there to make the play as Zimmerman's gone on just one pitch.
Now batting.
Our line score there says it all to this point, or if you prefer, it doesn't say anything. Nothing our score as you start to wonder if anyone's going to play to run in this one. Swing and a miss, 0-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
As a pitcher right there, do not be surprised if he throws the same exact pitch. He was lucky to foul that one off.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And as Nationals fans have heard before, see you later. Standing in now, Kurt Suzuki.
Number 28.
The swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A wind-up and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. 1 in the inning for the Nationals on the solo home run. Standing in, Gary Sanchez. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Stepping in now, Didi Gregorius. Pulled toward right center field. Robles is on his horse. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. On to first, and they get the double play. And now is the Yankees, the Edwin Encarnacion. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hot shot down the line, but this is foul for the first strike. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. A ball that's carrying. And as Yankees fans here on television quite frequently, see ya! So a solo shot down the line in left, and we are tied again.
Hemos tenido que esperar hasta el último juego para hacer la mierda esta.
Yeah, we're all tied up, and it's anybody's ball game after that blast. We live in that what have you done for me lately world, so that gem he was pitching doesn't mean anything anymore.
The batter, the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Into the box, Gio Urshela, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
Your attention, please. Now,
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager. And that's going to do it now for Steven Strasburg. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here. Line toward the alley in left center. And a dive, but it rolls in and out of the glove. The throw into second.
¡Vamos!
The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors and no one left. 9th inning coming up. The Yankees lead it 2-1.
Equipo, vamos. 2-1.
Stepping up to the plate, Victor Robles. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Counts even at 1-1 to Victor Robles. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now another 1-2. Grounder down the line at third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Too low, 1-0. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
The right fielder.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
In now, Adam Eaton. 0-1 the count. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th. They did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Yankees came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. James Paxton is the winning pitcher of record. Steven Strasburg pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Aquí lo dejamos en este partido. Ya lo habéis visto, uno de los partidos más locos que hemos jugado hasta ahora. ¿Cómo nos han complicado, tío? Madre mía, madre mía.
Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get
Este
home
modo de
safely.
temporada está súper difícil. Es una dificultad. Aquí lo dejamos, 2-1. Ganamos a los Nacionales de Washington con los Yankees de Nueva York. bajamos el home run de Encarnación. Y creo que hemos hecho una carrera con... No sé si ha sido con Jack. Qué buena, tío, madre mía. Hasta luego, chicos.